recording. There we go. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome to a park tour of my mega park, what I'm deciding to call Walks with Giants National Park. Walks with Giants National Park is built on the Yosemite map, specifically the one from the, from the photo capturing, from the photo capturing challenge, and I built this park on stream over 5 days, and it is designed to be a DFW hub of sorts, while also having a bit of a park area and being a national park, of course. So let's go ahead and go through the tour, and I'm going to the plan is to go over what each area is, and then we're going to do a park tour starting at the arrival point and in first person and just going through everywhere. So this right here is the main arrival point. You come on in from this arrival point. This is where you show up, and you this is a little park area. It's all nice, plenty of hotels for you to stay at as a DFW operative, and then if you are just going straight to work, then we have this little enclosure here where we are studying currently Euplocephalus and Stygimoloch. However, in the lore, it is said that we swap these out regularly. We take them in for study, and then we release them back into one of our 2 wild areas in order to just understand what's going on with them at the time. We have a hatchery here, which is really more of a study area, like where we bring them in closer so that we can get like physical readings on them, and then 2 viewing galleries so that we can see them in pretty much a natural habitat. We have Science Center, and we have all these crates and stuff. It's great. Then we have a little rest area for if you're taking a break, if you're on one of your breaks. And we have a lab tour for the civilians that might come through here, just to say, hey, this is what we're doing here, and go through that. But if you're more on the civilian side, or if you're off duty, then you can come down here. You can get some steaks, you can get some coffee, you can get some clothing and stuff. You can do all your shopping, and then you come on down to a hotel and you take a rest. And then when you're ready to move on from this entrance area, from this little boom town that grew up around here, you can head on this way, and there's a couple ways to go, but I'm going to go off to our left here because it has something interesting. So there's a shelter here, and then if you're admin, you go up here and you head to the main control center. But if you're not admin, then you head along this way, and you can see our other study center for a pack of Deinonychus. Which, quickly, I'm going to say, I don't know why people say that Deinonychus are ugly. I like Deinonychus. I think they're cute. I think they're really nice looking animals. So yeah, I don't know why people don't like them, really. Then we have a paleomedical facility and a ranger team, which work both for over here and for further along, especially the medical facility, but we'll get to that later. But you keep on going, and there's a little area here, a backup generator and a shelter in case the ones in this next area are going to try and escape. And we've got some Sinoceratops, we've got Iguanodon, and we also have Struthiomimus in this one. This is a permanent enclosure for these guys. This is just where they stay now. And, you know, we're trying to keep them contained while also not thinking that they're contained. So they've got plenty of space to move around and enjoy themselves, but they don't exactly want to leave. And then there's a tour going across, so that A, you can see the dinosaurs close up and personal, and B, you can get over to this zone, what I call the Park Square. It is, in my opinion, one of the better places that I put together here. And you could do some shopping, but this is where civilians have decided to take up camp. And, more power to them, but, we can't have them camping with the dinosaurs, so this is about as close as a civilian's gonna get to roughing it out in the wild with the dinosaurs. Then we have a couple of hotels over here, and then we have, oh my, paid actor right there. Well, actually, not quite, because in order to see him, you'd have to look all the way this way, and it's not that great. But yeah, we have a enclosure for some Spinosauruses, 3 of them to be exact. 1, 2, and where's the third one? I'm not seeing the third one right now. Oh, there. So yeah, 3 Spinosauruses around here, and they are great. We keep them separate because they are large carnivores. They might cause some damage, and you'll see that our primary ways of viewing them are from internal viewing galleries, and you'll notice that there's one right there, but we'll get to that later. But the most important thing for Park Square is actually this guided tour, and this tour goes around the entirety of both our wild areas through multiple aviaries, and it sees basically every dinosaur in the park. It's fantastic, and we are going to take a full ride on it a little bit later, but you get on it and you go all the way around, and you can head over here. I'll get to it in a second, and then you can see this ranger post, which has a staff center, ranger responsibility, and this is where they bring in the rangers to have their stay. This is where they stay. There's a backup generator, just enough stuff, as well as a research gallery in order to just look out and see, is it safe to leave right now, which, because of the Brachiosaurus, probably not, but, still, there's plenty of work to do, so I'll let them get back to it. Then over here we have a containment area for some Allosaurus and Ceratosaurus. These are big carnivores again, so we don't want them running around with the other dinosaurs. That would cause us to potentially lose these dinosaurs forever. Why are you hungry? Go eat. So yeah, you go through here, and they're used to the cars going through now, so they aren't a big worry when it comes to that. So yeah, you go out here, and in this first area, it's based loosely on the Morrison Formation. So we have Brachiosaurus and Camarasaurus. These are the big, the giant herbivores of this area. Then we have Centaurosaurus. Again, loosely based on the Morrison Formation, not wholly based on it. So these guys just are here because they fit. Then we have Stegosaurus, the big plated boys. They are here as well. And we also have Polacanthus, which, due to the Stegosaurus, they're not really happy. But Polacanthus, you see, I think that one was scratching against that tree. Polacanthus is actually here to represent another one. Gargoylosaurus, I think it was called. I can't quite remember. But yeah, Polacanthus is here to represent the other North American Ankylosaurid, that's the word I'm looking for, that are out here. And I believe there was one more species over here, Dryosaurus, but I can't seem to find any. Is that one right there? No, that's a plant. But yeah, there should be Dinosaurs around here somewhere, but I can't seem to find them. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there's Dinosaurs around here. Oh, this is a pretty one. Love you. So yeah, lots of species around here for the Morrison Foundation. Foundation Formation. I've been saying it wrong many times. And then these also are dinosaurs around the Morrison Formation. So then you head through here, and you get to, which way does this go? Right, it goes this way. So you go through this little valley here, there's a big mountain, and you get to this other area, which is not really based on anything. It's more of a ceratopsian area. And we've got Mamentosaurus. Here we've got Pentaceratops. We've got lots of Pentaceratops, Triceratops, and then Gallimimus and Archaeostruthiomimus. We've got plenty of those. We have 30 and 50 of them respectively. Then we have Sauropelta, just to fill in some space. And then there's Pentaceratops here, but we also have Olorotitan. I forgot about Olorotitan, but Olorotitan is around here. And then we also have Triceratops somewhere. Not seeing them right now, but there they are. There's a few of them at least. But yeah, there's lots of dinosaurs around here. We've got Olorotitan, Triceratops, a whole bunch. And that's what this entire area is for. I did toy with the idea beforehand of cutting like this part off and creating another area, but I kind of like this. And then we have 3 aviaries that exist within this area. We have a swampy aviary in which we have Tapehara. I think that's how that's pronounced. And Tapehara, they enjoy themselves. I don't care if the guests want food and amenities. Tapehara in that one, and then in this one we have Geosternbergia and Tropignathus. And this is more of a foresty enclosure. And then finally we have our desert enclosure over here, which is filled with Dimorphodon, and there's another one in here. I can't remember its name. Which one was it? Cerodactylus, that's the one. So yeah, we've got plenty of dinosaurs and aerial reptiles around here. And then finally, just to add in some stuff, we have some Megalosaurus over here, and it's fun. It's fantastic. So then you come around this way, you go through here, go through there, and you get to our last big enclosure here. We have Herrerasaurus, which is another big carnivore. Want to keep them separate. But we also have Coelophysis. And these two would have lived in basically the same area, from what I understand. So it just made sense that they would go together. We have Coelophysis, our little scavenger boys, and then we have Herrerasaurus, our big scary carnivores, which now that I'm looking at them, they aren't really that much bigger than the Coelophysis. Coelophysis, I'm not entirely sure. But you come back out here, and this is a little operations area. We have our expedition center, we have some power stations to give power to this whole area. Power need is off, but I like having it at least. We have a viewing platform, we have a paleomedical facility, all this stuff. It looks neat. Then you get back to this area. But TDC, you might be saying, what if I don't care for dinosaurs? What if I want something a bit more marine? Well, then you're going to want to take a trip on this monorail, head all the way over here, or you through here, take this tour, and then hop off right there. And then you go all the way over here into our resort area. Yes, even the U.S. government can't resist the allure of money. So you come out here from the monorail, and you've got plenty of stuff to do. We've got seafood, we've got smoothies, we have the Innovation Center, and we have these bunkers and staff centers and all this stuff. We have a spa, good old spa, restroom if you need it. And then we have our 3 big lagoons. But before I get to what's in them, you can also come down here and head to your hotel, which also has a bunker. That said, you probably aren't going to need it. These guys aren't likely to escape. Worst case scenario, like, what? The water starts leaking out? That's nothing. You're not going to get hurt. But still, a bunker just in case this wall fails or one of the other walls fails. It's all there just to make sure that you're still safe. We have a restroom, and then we have all these hotels ready for you for your not so tropical vacation. And then you can get a view of the variety of lagoons, or you could go this way, which gets you to a little gift shop, of course, which gets you to another viewing stand for this lagoon, or you could see our beautiful little oasis, another bunker, or you can head to the aquarium filled with plenty of paleo animals, paleo fish, or you can head into this one, or the kelp dome, entirely filled with Elasmosaurus and Plesiosaurus. It is dense with kelp and other fun secrets. And then this one has Liopleurodon and Tylosaurus. It is our open ocean exhibit, funnily enough smaller than our medium ocean exhibit. But if we go in here, you'll see it is a bit barren, but you know, it fits for Liopleurodon and Tylosaurus, I think. And then in this big one, we have Attenborosaurus, if I can find the other, Ichthyosaurus, and then our one big Mosasaurus, Tyrene. Now, Tyrene used to have a mate, but that mate was stupid and didn't eat when they should have. So they were completely unable to, they starved to death, which was really unfortunate, especially since it was after I deleted all of the lagoon hatcheries, so we couldn't get a new one. But you know, it's whatever. It's not whatever. I wish we still had Tyrene's lover, who didn't have a name, but we don't, so we just kind of have to move on. Speaking of moving on, I believe that's actually everything on the normal side of the park. There is, however, a secret dark underbelly. See, you didn't think that this place was really just to contain the dinosaurs, no. It's also to do some research. Of course, we're doing research on regular dinosaur species, but we happen to capture a few of the rarer hybrids, too. So we have a hatchery here just for a little bit of our experimentations with genetics. And of course, people that would be coming over here, they aren't regular scientists. These are the ones that we've explicitly decided, yeah, they can stay. Then we have a ranger team. Then we have our little staff area with two little science centers for science. A staff center, a hotel, a zip line, quote unquote. I'm calling it an air control tower. Another control center. All of this, it looks nice. And then you go over here, and here's a power station. explicitly for this area, because out of all of the animals that we're keeping here, we want to make sure that these ones stay secure most of all, which is why we have them double fenced in. So this is where we have enclosed a pair of Indominus Rex. Yes, we managed to get a pair of them. Sure, in canon, in Jurassic World canon, only one of them was ever made. No, two of them, but one ate the other. In this world, there were at least two more, and they're a little bit more docile than the other one was, because we managed to find them when they were just babies, and we were able to raise them to maturity without incident. And of course, they're not a breeding pair, they're both females, but still, we want to be able to research them and figure out what makes them tick, as well as their genetics, of course, because who wouldn't want to have more of these in the world? And then the most dangerous creature I think we have in the entire park is taking a nap. It is the Indoraptor. Don't zoom out. And this Indoraptor, again, in canon, there was only ever one Indoraptor. But what if there was another? And what if we caught it? And what if we decided we wanted to study it, see if we wanted to make more for military applications? Of course, that's never going to go well. So, we'll see how it goes. But it seems to be pretty happy as it is within this enclosure. So we're going to let it be. And so yeah, that's the entire park. That is the entire park. So now we can go through our first person tour. Drop down here, and would you look at that, we've just arrived into Walking with Giants National Park, sponsored by the DIN. Here's some of this is potentially one of our hotels. But we head on this way, and we get to, the road's a little bumpy, but don't worry about that. Here's our little walk-through area. There's a little town for us to hang out in when we aren't needing to work. And we run down here. We could head that way to the operations area, but I'm not going to. And you see this little diorama more than anything. It's just here to look nice. We go back to our place of work, and we can take a look at the Euplocephalus and the Stygimoloch, wherever it is. Oh, hi there. That one's my favorite. That one's my favorite of our Euplocephalus. Yeah, I'm not seeing the Stygimoloch from over here. Maybe we can see him on the other side. Yeah, you run over here, run. This is a research center, potentially where we work. And it only has one bathroom, which is why I need one over here in case Dave is in there. A little rest area so we can come over here, sit down. What a beautiful day for dinosaur-related science. Don't just cough. That was weird. We head over this way, and of course this is how we captured them for transport, some cages and such, but we try and be as humane as possible. Try. Here's our research hatchery, and then maybe we can see some Stygimoloch from over here. Yeah! There's a couple over here. Indeed. And sure, they may all look the same, but I trust you to know that all of them have their own personalities. So yeah, that's the entirety of them. Now, gonna head this way instead, because we could take that way in order to get to the resort, but, you know, we've still got some work to do over this way. We've still gotta check in on the Deinonychus. Really gotta, it's a bit of a walk over this way, but first let's actually visit the admin center. Excuse me. And visit over the admin center. Nice and impressive. They're doing their work, but if we go over here, we can find an emergency bunker just for them, as well as a crane. That bunker is intended just for them, so in case of emergencies, they can hide in that one. All the way over here, and we head into the Deinonychus enclosure. Not into it, but we can look into it. And they're all over there currently at the moment. I'm not seeing any over this way, but paleomedical facility and a ranger station. Let's head in here, see if we can get a better view. There's some over there, and then there's a lot over by the water. Look at them! Look at how pretty they are. I love them. I love them, yeah. You can't tell me otherwise, but these are some of my favorite Velociraptor likes. I forgot what the actual name is. Yeah, I like their head frill. I like their weirdness. Yeah, like that guy. He's just so vibrant. That guy right in the middle. Oh, he's coming over to say hi. Hi. All right. Well, I've got important business to do. I've got to continue on this park trip. So again, ranger station. Gate if you wanted to go through. I don't. Just in case of emergencies, there is a bunker over this way, and then we can check in here. Yes. See the iguanodon, the Sinoceratops. Yes, they're all in here, having the time of their life. But of course, that's not the easy way. Let's go and get the best ride of our lives. And here we can see the Struthiomimus in front of us. Literally in front of us. Miss, you do know that you can deviate a little bit in order to get around some of the dinosaurs. But yeah, this is our nice little enclosure here for our Struthiomimus and our first ceratopsids, the Sinoceratops. Back when we were first founded, these were some of the first dinosaurs that we were able to capture. The Sinoceratops, the iguanodon, and the Struthiomimus. The iguanodon was actually a pretty hard catch, so I'm glad that we were able to get a good group of them. And of course the Sinoceratops, they're all chill and happy in this enclosure. They can be a little aggressive towards us sometimes, but you know, that's what the pepper spray is for. I'm kidding. We don't pepper spray our dinosaurs. And there is also another path to get out of this way, but this is the way to get to the main plaza. Head on out. and we head into the main plaza, where you can sit down, relax, drink your burger, as a certain someone would say. Of course, there's not actually burgers here. There's a Korean barbecue, and there's hot chocolate over there. A bunker, just to be sure that you're safe. Then the little campground. Just like after a fun day at the park, sometimes you just want to hoof it. So you come over to this massive bonfire, and it goes whoosh, and everything's great. So you come out this way, and then, of course, clean up after yourself. This is still a national park. Clean up after yourself. Some people don't, and it's really infuriating. But then we have these hotels. Whoa! Yeah, we have these hotels where you can stay. This is a place where we beg you for money. That's literally all it's for. It is a park sponsorship area, so we say, please, the government isn't paying us enough. There's dinosaurs here. And then you can see the first little bits of our Spinosaurus exhibit. So let's look through the log. Are they here today? Are they on the other side? No, doesn't look like it. Maybe we'll have better luck looking at them from the dome. Anyone over here? I guess they're shy today. Yeah, can't find them right now. Maybe I just missed them because they were right in front of me. No, really? Yeah, seems like they're hiding from us right now. We'll have another chance to see them later, but there are Spinosaurus in there. Gotta believe me. But then you come along this way, and you get to the big park tour. Now, do I want to go on the park tour right now? Yes. But I'm going to drive it to make us a little bit faster. So as you can see, this area is our primary wild area, based on the Morrison Formation. I don't even know what the Morrison Foundation would be. But yeah, we have Stegosaurus all over the place. Very popular dinosaur. And a very populated herd. Then we have our Dryosaurus blocking the road, of course. Whoa, whoa! Careful now. Drive out this way. And I'm just going to skip over that exit. We'll see it later. There's the Polycanthus. Oh, ow! That's my fault. I apologize. That's my bad. I'm just gonna swing through this herd here. Dinosaurs there. There's our Rangers area. Say hi to the Rangers. Hi, Rangers. There's our Camarasaurus. I think it's a Camarasaurus, that one. There's also Brachiosaurus in this area. Speaking of which, here they are, as well as some Olorotitan. As well as the rest of the Polycanthus. Low health. Not again. Every so often the dinosaurs forget to eat. And it's a pain, but, you know, we deal. We deal. Then we head on through here, and we see nothing! because they're hiding from me again. Come on, guys. No, that's just the raw meat. Come on. I'm trying to show people our national park, and you guys aren't here. What's going on? Seriously. Oh, there's one of the Ceratosaurus, and there's the Allosaurus. Okay, we do have some that we can see. There's there's a Ceratosaurus. Oh, and there's the other two. All right. Yeah, around this little oasis. And then the Allosaurus. I think we're going this way. Yeah, they're over here, hanging out, chilling. Our nice and big apex predators. Oh, hi! Nice to see you. Thanks for saying hi. I'm gonna speed on through here because we've seen all these guys before. But yeah, we've got a little bit of a big watering hole area. It's nice. And we head on through here and see what we can see. This is our other wild area. Welcome. You can see some Pentaceratops over there. And I believe that is a Gallimimus and not an Archaeostruthiomimus. Don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert. I'm just the guy giving the tour. Oh, it seems like they're climbing the mountain today. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow. Hi. Hey there, bud. Nice to see ya. Thanks for being so close. Really appreciate it. And we come around here. That low health hasn't gone away. I'm worried enough that I'm going to check it. Why is one of our Geosternbergia up? It's stuck. That's why. Do I fix this issue? Or do I let it die? I fixed the issue. And I believe the issue is entirely to do with this rock. Ah. I cannot get rid of the rock, because there are other ones preventing it from being... Okay. I apologize for the stop. We just have a quick need to... Come on. It's gonna die anyway, isn't it? Yeah, it's so stuck it can't pathfind. That's a shame. That's a shame. And what, can I not? I can't even get rid of it? Really? Come on. This is painful. Okay. I don't want to have to do this, but I explicitly made this area so that it wouldn't need a aviary. But of course, it needs to be attached to something, so fine. Fine. I apologize for this completely unplanned completely unplanned disruption. You take a path, use the facility path, like that, and then we can just get the Geostorm Brigade out of there. And while I'm here, I'm just gonna make some more, because how many do we have? We only have 2 now. I do want a few more than just 2. So this is the sort of problems we have to deal with here. Because the dinosaurs, they just decide, hey, we're gonna get stuck. But that gives you an example of how it is to release these animals. And then as soon as that's done, we just get rid of that. Now I am going to try and speed run our way back to where we were with our tour. I am very sorry for that inconvenience. Yeah, I'm actually going to do it from this view. Yeah, I'm just gonna go as fast as I can to get back to where we were, because that was unfortunate and unplanned. Terribly sorry for the inconvenience. Hello. Ow. Please note that such things are just because I'm here, not because of the actual operations of the park. Normally, things like that would not happen. There would be no collisions, there would be no deaths. It is entirely because I'm here. Okay! Back to where we were. We've got Pentaceratops being absolute stars for us today. Look at them. Oh, and Archaeostruthiomimus, I think that one is? That's a Gallimimus right there. I know that much. It's hard to tell the difference between the two. But yeah, these guys are being absolutely great for us today. Thank you so much. We come over this way, we can find our Centausaurus. I believe these are Centausaurus. Yeah, they should be. Yeah, these are Centausaurus, not Olorotitan. The Olorotitan was in the last exhibit. There's our Sauropelta? Yeah, Sauropelta. Or at least one of them. And we're heading towards some big apex predators right now. Oh boy. You guys excited? I'm excited. Did see some Ceratosaurus and Allosaurus before, but now, goat. But in all seriousness, the Megalosaurus, there it is, sleeping. We've got 3 more, don't know where they are. They're probably also off taking a nap, or otherwise having a good day. Oh, they're actually all over there. We've got 4 more. Yeah, they're all over there. Currently not visible to the normal path, but because you guys are with me, we've got it. We've got the special view. Look at him. Okay, not a great view, admittedly, but, you know, that other guy was photogenic. You guys are a bunch of meanies. It's fine. Because now we get to go into the aviary, our little desert aviary, with Cerodactylus and Dimorphodon. A big hill. Whoa, come on. We've got our literal rats with wings. Out there. And then actually, oh no, can't switch into a back camera unless I'm riding in it. And we've also got our Cerodactylus up there. It's a nice little exhibit. I think that guy just said bye to us. And we head back out here, bumpy ride, to see the Triceratops. Thank you. You get what we're doing here. Thank you. Hey there, bud. Oh, big boy. And then we've got the Mamenchisaurus up here. One of them is named Lycan. We do have a named Mamenchisaurus. However, that's not her. I'm not sure if we're going to see Lycan today. I believe these are the Archaeostruthiomamas again, and a Sauropelta, as well as are they here? Because there are, I know that there's one other species in this area, but we haven't seen them today. They're shy sometimes. That's also not Lycan. I don't think that's Lycan. It's nice to see the Gallimimus all together. Even though we have so many of them, they sometimes get split apart, and we have to try and get them back together. I'm trying to see if we can... they're so hard to see sometimes that I forgot about them when I was giving the overview earlier, but they are here somewhere. It's not you. They're the... oh, I forget their name. They're like the Stygimoloch, but they aren't the Stygimoloch, nor are they the Homocephali. It's one of the other ones with the hard heads. I forget. And we come out here, get a quick stunning view of the rest of the world, and then we get in here and we see the Geosternbergia, which just got a new group due to a death, and the... I forget what the other one was. Tropignathus, that's the one. Yeah, we've got a nice little area around here for them. It's forested, it's nice, it is clean. And then we can head out this way. Big bump. Go around here. Just take another trip. Now, still haven't seen that other species. They're hard-headed and stubborn, so it's very often that they don't want to come out. There's Lycan. Hi, Lycan. How are you doing, girl? Slay. Ooh, ooh. Paid actors. Yes. Yes, these two know what's going on. Thank you. The trikes are nice. The trikes, they're showmans at heart. Really? And oh, I thought that was blood for a second there. No, that's just the that's just their markings. Oh, that was a little bit freaky. You scared me there, girl. Ooh, Spotted. Spotted. Still don't remember the name. But I see you. Yeah, I see you over here. Ooh. Hey, Lycan. Let me get past you. Swing around this way. So yeah, this is another one of our wild areas where the dinosaurs just roam free as they please. Of course, they're a little stupid, so sometimes they like to sleep in the road or not find the food. So sometimes we have to move them around, give them what they need. But, you know, the goal is to have minimum interference. And this is where the Tapahara live, by the by. Or a little swamp area as we head towards another zone. Very beautiful, these Tapahara. They just have fantastic coloring, in my opinion. And fantastic crest. The Tapahara are alone in this enclosure. They do not have any roommates. And then we head back out here to see one of them, the Mentisaurus, I believe, hanging out, chilling, sleeping. And we get to a rough patch. Hold on, everybody, hold on. It's a bit bumpy. Right over here, and I have to go through this gate quickly because otherwise the Coelophysis might get out. Because they're small and nippy. They like to try and get out every once in a while. Here's our Herrerasaurus. Yeah, the Herrerasaurus aren't as big as I thought they'd be. They're actually quite small. They're still, yeah, they're still not the nicest, so we're gonna get going before they can try and chomp one of your fingers off. Reminder, keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Please, we do not need a lawsuit. Again. We've not seen a Coelophysis. There's one! There's a couple, actually. Hi there. Yeah, these little stinkers, they like to get out sometimes, but they're largely harmless to humans, so we can just grab them and take them out. And there's that! Let's get back to our little walk. This is a more operations area, not really meant for people to be walking around and enjoying the place, but, you know, with the Herrerasaurus right there, there is a watchtower just to see them in the Coelophysis in their habitats. Then we have a paleomedical facility. This is the one that services the entire wild area, so it's very important. We have an expedition center for when we need to capture other dinosaurs. Hey, ladies. And yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice area, if I do say so myself. It's a bit away from the main area, but it's nice. It really is. So yeah, you come back here, and that's the main area. That's the main tour. You've seen almost everything in the main section of the park, but of course, we still have the ever so fantastic Are you serious? This is... Oh, I'm going from the other side. Whoops. Just consider that we just took a path all the way over here into our resort. And immediately to our left we can go see a nice little place to sit. a bathroom in case you need it, and then go all the way around here, and we get to go underwater and see. Currently, not much, but there are swimmy boys in here. Yeah, like over there, there's an ichthyosaurus. Yeah. And over there, there's an ichthyosaurus. Yeah. It's a nice little lagoon. And if we were to raise ourselves back up, we can look out over the entire lagoon and see fish. But also, is Tyrene thinking of doing something today? Not right now, it doesn't look like it. Well, yeah, that's the first place where you can actually see one of our one of our lagoons. This is the other place where we can see the Spinosauruses. Oh, there's one. Yeah. Just looking if there's a better view for any of them. No, it's just her right now, who's hiding behind the rock. She's shy. The Spinosaurus are shy. We're not gonna deal with them. But yeah, the big innovation center. Then you walk around, and there's plenty of entrances over here. You can come over to this little Stegosaur family statue, but of course that's not why we're here. We go around, and I completely skipped this because I went in a different direction, but there is a little bit of a shopping center. It's nice and dense with foliage, and we have a food place, we have a drinks place, we have a bathroom, all the stuff. Then you can go underwater and see, there she is, Tyrene, our beauty of the sea. Oh, swimming on through. What a good girl she is. Thank you, Tyrene, for showing up today. I appreciate it. Much better than the Spinosaurus. Then we also have some Attenborosaurus, I believe. Yeah, the Attenborosaurus are the ones that are hanging out over there. They're nice. They're long swimmy boys. Whoa. Hello? Did someone's stomach just go? And why are there bubbles inside of here? I'm starting to get a little bit worried. I'm gonna leave. I'm a little bit worried about that. Just gonna move on. So, hoping that everything's okay over there, we can go to another viewing gallery. And if we lower ourselves this time, we'll get a better view of the open oceans. Oceans with quotation marks, because this is, of course, a lagoon, not a full ocean. But these dinosaurs are not dinosaurs. These marine reptiles, they're a bit too dangerous to be kept in the wild, unfortunately. Which is why we're here, of course. Head over this way, and you can relax next to the wall, or you can relax next to the wall, get some sun tanning in next to the wall. Then we head over here to the little to our hotel and resort. And if you look there, we have a nice little diorama. And we have the hotels. Let's enter this one. And you can get a good view out the back and look off into this lagoon, the kelp dome, as I said, and off there You might be able to see something, you might not. It's just some walls. Then you leave and you go over here and you see a big Spinosaurus skeleton. Ooh, dangerous. And it's next to a hotel. So then you run along over here, back from whence we came, but hang a left. There's actually a viewing gallery over here. Now it's hard to see because again, this is the Kelp Dome, but there are creatures in here. And I'm going to stick around for a little bit just to see if we can find them. I'm not seeing any except fish. That's unfortunate. They must not be here right now. Maybe if we raise, we'll be able to get a better view. Contradictorily enough. No, I'm not seeing them. Oh well, we'll have another chance. But there are some marine reptiles in there. There's a sign saying lagoon, so that you know that you can go over there and look in to the Kelp Dome. Running all the way back here and taking a bit of a shortcut. You go past the Innovation Center once more. Follow along these planters and you can go get your very own toy dinosaurs. If that takes your fancy. Or you could head over to this area in order to see our open ocean exhibit. In which you can see our Tylosaurus, as well as the Liopleurodon. They like to hide, and they're a bit of stinkers. You might be able to see there's some wreckage over there. We had to we had to stop doing much repairs around here because the Liopleurodon would just be nuisances. They're awesome animals, but you know, not the most friendly. Other than that, we have a bunker, and we have our little aquarium. I can't show you the inside of it because it doesn't exist, but it's there. And then we have the Kelp Dome, the inside of the Kelp Dome. Deep underwater in the Kelp Dome. It's so pretty. Oh, and there's one. There's one. I think that's the... Oh, I'd have to see the face. It's either the Elasmosaurus or the Plesiosaurus. I think it's the Elasmosaurus. I can't tell the difference. There's a Plesiosaurus up there. Yeah, Kelp Dome's a little hard to see in, admittedly, but you know, there's secrets here if you want to find them. I thought that front was one of the animals. Ooh. They were just having a little bit of a tiff. But yeah, that's our resort. Hope you enjoyed your stay. But for those of us that are VIPs, for those of us that are a little bit more important than everyone else, I have a little bit of a tour for you as well. Welcome to our high security black site. This is where we get to do our research on genetics without the knowledge of the general public. You did sign the waiver beforehand. You did sign the gag order, correct? The non-disclosure agreement. And here's our Indoraptor. We discovered it hunting in the wild, and we just picked it up and brought it here in order to make sure that it wouldn't cause any more chaos. And of course, in order to study it, if we can get a bit more of its DNA, then we might even be able to make more. Think of the applications of that. Of course, I don't think that's a good idea, but it's not really my place to say. I'm just the tour guide. Then over here we have a research hatchery for genetics and such, a bunker because we would need it in case any of these get out, although I'm not sure if a bunker could actually hold back one of these. It's mostly just about being less interesting than whatever's outside. Then we run over here. There's the aerial tower to make sure that nobody's coming in that shouldn't want to. And well, aren't you photogenic? Hi! You want to wake up for us? No? Okay. Where's your sister? Oh, there she is. All the way over there. Almost didn't see her due to her camouflage. This is our Indominus Rex enclosure. And of course, they can camouflage. We like to make sure that we can see them whenever we can, but sometimes it's just not possible. But we're confident that our double walls will hold, even if they decide they want to escape. Which, you know, we've done our best to make sure that they don't want to escape, and that's the main deal. Of course, commemorating Rexy, the original big carnivore, but we never managed to catch a T-Rex, unfortunately. At least not at this facility. There might be another one that I am not aware of. But at this facility, there is no T-Rex. There's just the Megalosaurus, like I said, and the Allosaurus, and the Ceratosaurus, and the Herrerasaurus. But no, none of the others. No T-Rex. This is also just a way to look into the Indominus Rex enclosures, but it doesn't seem like they're over this way. We did see both of them earlier. But yeah, thanks for checking out the black site. Now, I'd like to see your papers. Should have checked that earlier. Oh, you don't have them? Die. I'm just kidding. That said, that has been the park. It's a nice little park, if I do say so myself. And it's really come together over the last couple of days. I didn't expect it to really look as good as it does right now. I'm really proud of it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm really proud of it. There are some problems with it if it was like an actually active park, but again, sandbox, just trying to make it look nice, really. Like accommodation, we don't have enough accommodation. We don't have enough transport around the place. We could definitely maximize our space a bit better. Some of the dinosaurs get lonely or stuck or starve sometimes. There are definitely issues, and I'm aware of these issues. I just also don't care, because it's a pretty park. And I think that's all that matters. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming through my my park. And check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/thedrcat2003. Hope to see you there sometime. Bye-bye.